time for the summer reading program. This is Eagle News on KWSO. Here's today's story.
Hello, my name is Laura, and I work at the Jefferson County Library. I love magical stories. Yesterday, Annabelle found a box of colorful yarn and learned how to knit. She then began to knit clothing for everyone, every animal, and everything in her snowy town. Today, she will meet someone who wants to pay for Annabelle's magical box of yarn. Will she give it away? Let's find out in the book, Extra Yarn by Barnett.
News spread of this remarkable girl who never ran out of yarn, and people came to visit from around the world to see all the sweaters and to shake Annabelle's hand.
One day, an archduke who was very fond of clothes sailed across the sea and demanded to see Annabelle. "Little girl," said the archduke, "I would like to buy that miraculous box of yarn, and I am willing to offer you $1,000,000. "No, thank you," said Annabelle, who was knitting a sweater for a pickup truck. The archduke's mustache twitched. "2,000,000? He said. Annabelle shook her head. "No, thanks." "10,000,000, shouted the archduke. "Take it or leave it." "Leave it," said Annabelle. "I won't sell the yarn." And she didn't. So that night the archduke hired 3 robbers to break into Annabelle's house, and they stole the box and took it to the archduke, who set off across the snow and sailed over the sea back to his castle. The archduke put on his favorite song and sat in his best chair. Then he took out the box, and he lifted its lid, and he looked inside. It was empty. No yarn. Just a pair of knitting needles. His mustache quivered. It shivered. It trembled. The archduke hurled the box out the window and shouted, "Little girl, I curse you with my family's curse! You will never be happy again!" What the archduke did not know was that the empty yarn box landed on a chunk of ice drifting out to sea. It traveled all the way back to where Annabelle sat next to the shore. Annabelle opened the box of yarn to discover there was still extra yarn. Despite the archduke's curse, Annabelle was happy. The archduke could not find happiness in stealing Annabelle's magic box of yarn. Annabelle found happiness by sharing the magic, never-ending box of yarn with her town. You can share happiness by sharing something kind, like a smile or a kind word. Thank you for listening. You can listen to more story times by visiting www.zacld.org. Let your imagination soar. Read.
We hope you enjoyed today's story, the summer reading program on Eagle News. Remember, let your imagination soar. Read. Thank you for listening to 91.9 FM, KWSO.